We about to dress the culture. Yeah, we about to dress the culture, We about
Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall, and this is Address the Culture, and we are back with another dope episode. Now, who we got today? We got the public relations, the publicist, the A&R, the manager, the distribution, the label, the street team, and all at the same time running a tour. We got the one, the only, the networking queen in the building. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. 2 feet no heartbeat. And you know, like, it's dope to have you at the Culture, man, because on this platform, man, I like to try to shine light on people who've been doing their thing in the game for so long and doing it at a high level. You know what I mean? And, you know, add to the culture instead of taking away from it. And you definitely fit the bill. You are one of the best, so it's real dope to have you to come through.
I appreciate the recognition. I'm
Absolutely.
happy to be here.
Okay, so with all that being said, and it's a well-deserved name, but I want to ask you, how did you get your name?
That's a good question. Actually, back in about 2006, 2007, I was affiliated with a weekly event called Top 10 Tuesdays with County Brown, Addicted Dopeness Productions. And there was an artist that came consistently, and he always called me the networking queen, and it just kind of stuck. So, you know, here we are, 2021, and the networking queen is what it is.
And that's what it is. It just stuck, huh? Because it fit. You know what I mean? So with that being said, who is the networking queen?
I am the networking queen. That's me. I wear many hats. I am, I guess you could say, your one-stop shop, kind of, for pretty much anything you could need in the music industry, underground, mainstream. If I can't do it myself, I know somebody that can.
That's a fact.
Yes, the circle's strong, and we do what we do very well.
That's a fact. So when, you know, people hear PR, you know what I mean? It's just a letter, a title people throw out, and they really don't know what it entails, and, you know what I'm saying, really what it is. So tell me in your words, what is public relations?
Public relations is a small phrase for a wide subject. Public relations involves a lot of moving parts. Connecting the dots, basically, is the best way to put it. Whether you're doing public relations for a producer, a DJ, an artist, each category involves different types of marketing. You know, when you're managing an artist, you want to connect them with the right producers and the right DJs and the right, you know, make the parts move together to make the project successful. And that's what I do, but I work with a lot of producers. I have 4 producers under my public relations, you know, directly. And then I also manage an artist. So I'm doing a lot of public relations in every lane at this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so with all of that being said, why do we need PR? Why is it important in today's game? Public relations, when you hear it again, they just throw it out there. So why do you feel, and why is it so important?
There's a lot of reasons why it's important. To sum it up, I would say that, you know, in the music industry especially, your project, any project, is 10% talent, 90% marketing and promotions. So with that being said, you can have a platinum selling artist that doesn't have the proper marketing and promotions and public relations, and you can have a trash song that's doing bigger numbers because it did have those things.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's important.
Yeah, yeah. And to be honest, like you wear so many hats, it is dope to be able to call it, a one-stop shop when you could come to one place and you could get anything that you can ask for from one spot. Because a lot of people have to reach out to multiple places, and we all know in this game, everybody don't call back. You know what I mean? So, so with your extreme network that you have built over the years, who are some of the affiliates that you've worked with and that you collab with that kind of helped you to get to where you are today?
Being in my demographic of work and what I do in so many different lanes. I'm not a producer. I'm not a DJ. I'm not
Yeah,
an artist. I
yeah,
don't make music at all.
yeah.
You'll never see me on anybody's stage with a microphone in my hand. That's not me. That's not me. It's not what I just know. A lot of people that do those things very well.
Yeah,
So I make it my job to let everybody know about it, and I do that well. So it's just uh, from where I started as doing footwork, real footwork, tagging flyers on
yeah,
cars in club parking lots on the weekend, and handing out hard copies of music. Doing those things never stopped working. I don't understand why a lot of people stop doing those things, but when you combine that with what we have with the social media world these days, I think a lot of artist projects would be more successful. But that's where I started, and then I got an opportunity with Fireboy Records out of St. Louis, and the Coalition to go on tour, and I was the writer and photographer for the Source magazine for their Unsigned Hype tour.
yeah,
um, I've done a tour with Jody Breeze and Big Duke. They were doing a talent search type thing. And so I went from footwork in the streets
yeah,
to, doing it, traveling with bigger names. And then I went to college and I got a degree in computer science and multimedia. And to utilize those things and apply it to whatever it is that you want to apply it to after you graduate, I made it my goal, or long-term goal, to build websites and do marketing. And a lot of what I know came from school, but a lot of what I do now came from self-taught
yeah,
uh, things. Um, but it all comes from where I come from.
yeah,
So I do those things for artists now, and DJs and producers, and it's just blossomed into so many different things. Going to the big music festival, South by Southwest, the A3Cs, the birthday bash, the BET awards, things like that are very important. It's footwork and
yeah, yeah,
I've done all that, and I'm not an artist. I'm not a DJ. I have no business, really, but it's all about networking. Networking is everything. It really, really is. If you want to
right,
do anything, whether you're you sell uh, CBD products, or you sell music, or you sell hot dogs, whatever you sell, marketing is important. It really is.
very much so. You spoke on some panels, right?
I did. I've done that last year. I got a phone call with an opportunity. Shout out to Andre Williams, to speak on the panel with a group of individuals that work for Universal Music Group. Andre Williams at the time was the executive A&R at Universal Music Group. And, you know, I mentioned that I do public relations for several producers, one of those being Major 88 Keys. Shout out Major 88 Keys. Out of St. Louis, Missouri. You can follow him on Instagram, official Major 88 Keys. But he spoke on the panel, you know, and I put him in this is a perfect example of me connecting the dots. You know, I got the phone call, you know, and connecting those dots, I was able to put him in a position to speak from a producer's standpoint on the panel. You know, I spoke from a public relations standpoint and offering, you know, advice in those areas. And you know, opportunities like that come, you know, often when you're doing the footwork, because if you're not out there and they don't know who you are individually, you know, building professional relationships with people is very important, face to face as well. You know, it's more personal when it's face to face. People can get a feel for who you are and how you move. And in this day and age, that, you know, that's very important, because you know, there is a lot of shady shit that goes on in the music industry, but it's no big secret, you know. So it gives me, you know, it gave me an opportunity to see how people move as well, who and who not to, you know. And you know, along the way, you come across a couple of situations where you guys just agree to disagree and go your separate ways. We all have those situations, but it only makes you better. And that's, you know, you never lose. You either, you know, learn or you win. And in either situation, you're winning. So, you know, that's the way that the world is. I managed an artist in 2018. Shout out Kizzy. You can go to his website, which I did build, kizzy314.com. He's active still. You can check him out. And you know, he's one of those artists he's a veteran. He doesn't need a manager. He manages himself very, very well. You know, life happens, and you know, there comes a point in time where you know, you build with, you know, in certain areas. And you know, he's at that point, like I said, he doesn't need a manager. You know, we had our run, we did a tour, you know, I went to the BET Awards with him. You know, we had a good run, and I kind of left managing alone until recently, and now I'm managing an artist 2021 by the name of AO Bands. You can follow him on Instagram. I am AO Bands. That's I am AYOBANDZ. And shout out to his producer, Lunchbox. You can follow him at I am Lunchbox _ on Instagram. We have a team put together for AO Bands project, and I want to introduce you guys to him on this platform today. We're dropping his first ever EP coming up end of February, beginning of March. We're really excited. He's a very diverse artist. He's a writer. If you need any writing done, definitely AO Bands is a good person to call. And you're about to see why. You're about to see why. The versatility in this dude is ridiculous. Biggwall, you already know, you know.
Hey, that's a fact. AO Bands, wait till fam step on the scene. Like when he
emoji like this.
He's a force to be reckoned with. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Earlier you spoke about the internet. Could you explain how you use social media as a public relations specialist?
I use it in many ways. That's a great question. There are multiple platforms that I am on. But some platforms I prefer not to be on because, maybe it's a better, like Clubhouse, for instance, is a great platform for my producers, and me as well, but I feel like they utilize it more than I would as far as promotions and things like that. Shout out to Clubhouse because I do love the platform.
Yeah,
But my promotional platforms are more your Facebook, your Snapchat, your Instagram, your everyday, your
yeah,
go to every day.
yeah,
Um, so I utilize those platforms the most, but I still strongly believe in face-to-face networking.
yeah.
You can have 5,000 friends on Facebook, and when you post something, let's say 1,000 of your friends were online at that time, and only 5% of that 1,000 people saw what you posted. You'd
Mm,
be better off taking flyers and walking down the street and knocking on each neighbor's door. You would get more of a turnout that way than you would online.
that's a fact.
Um, but like I said, it is useful. Social media is useful as far as marketing goes, as long as you're using it properly, and you learn about your algorithms and your analytics and things like that. Then it makes sense to
Yeah,
you. But if you're posting to be posting and sharing links in everybody's inbox and that nobody's watching, what are you really accomplishing besides wasting your time?
absolutely.
Nothing.
Talk your shit.
So
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. Could you go into detail for me a little bit about who you working with these days? Who you got on your roster and why you work with them. You know what I mean? If it's from a management standpoint, if it's from a PR standpoint, let us know who you working with these days.
The roster's gotten pretty big this year, 2021.
Okay.
Um, as I just mentioned, I'm this is new. I'm managing AO bands this year officially. Um, and I've done public relations for Major 88 Keys for 3 years now. He's the longest person that I've been working with as far as time goes. And through working with him, he does a lot of PR for me too. He's
Oh,
working with these artists and doing collaborations with other producers, which in turn, those people see what I do for him, and then they're like, "Hey, you think she'll do that for me too?"
yeah,
And that's kind of word of mouth, and actually meeting these people face to face, traveling with Major 88 Keys has gotten, our team, affiliated with a lot more people, whether it was somebody that I introduced him to that he didn't know before or vice versa. We built our team doing that.
yeah.
So like I said, 88 Keys and I have been a team for 3 years. Major Hits, shout out to St. Lou Hits as well. He's a part of Major Hits, the company. You
That's
have Major 88 Keys and St. Lou Hits, you got Major Hits. Um,
that's dope. That's dope.
and then Major 88 Keys had done some projects with G Money. Mr. I Made the Beat. He is from Ohio. He lives in Atlanta. But he is also another producer that I do public relations for. That relationship started through Major 88 Keys doing collaborations with G Money.
Dope.
Um,
Dope.
and I that's just really how we've built our team. Last year, if you're aware, Major 88 Keys was doing beat battles, versus the verses were going on.
Yeah.
I was producers like, hey, you want to battle Major 88 Keys? Some of them were like, you ain't throwing me out to the wolves. I'm not doing that. Some of them were like, okay, let's do it. So Major League Beats, MLB _ productions on Instagram, was one of the producers that 88 battled. And he's the only producer that did beat Major 88 Keys in the
Oh,
battle. All of the battles that we did, And he will admit it. Major League MLB_productions. Go look him up. I'm not kidding you. That boy's a beast. But we recently added him to my PR roster, so I do his public relations as of this week. Actually, that's brand new news. So you're getting all the little jewels today.
Exclusive. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And then I've also got I am DJ Keys. If you look him up on Instagram, he lives in Toronto, Canada, and he does a lot of collaborations with G Money as well. He plays the melodies. G Money goes and adds in the depth, to the rest of the beat, the bass, hi-hats, slaps, and all that good stuff. And then they keep dope ass beats together. So shout out to Mo Keys out in Toronto, Canada as well. Just the team doing collaborations together makes my job a lot easier because I can promote everybody at the same time with the group projects as well. So and then I recently partnered with DJ Domino. You can look him up on Instagram, DJ_Domino100. We're on tour, the Big Gas Tour. I'm doing tour. We're doing multiple cities nationwide. So if you have a venue and you want a dope ass show, give me a call or hit me up on social media. You're not getting my phone number. Hit me up on social media and we can chop it up. Yeah, and then so we're booking cities for the tour actively. We have Bez Believe headlining and DJ Domino on the ones and twos. The next stop is Orlando, Florida. They'll be in Orlando, Florida together next weekend. And the tour shall continue. We're going everywhere. We'll be in, I think it's Florida, Ohio, and Indiana in the month of February. We're booking now that everything's opening back up, with the coronavirus going on.
Yeah.
It's been crazy, booking venues during coronavirus, but we're still been moving. So Corona where?
All right. Okay. That's dope. Nice lineup, nice roster. Everybody making moves. Everybody moving as a unit. It's dope to see. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's talk about AO Bands a little bit. I know you got, something you want to premiere. Here's this little short documentary letting the world know this explosion that's about to hit the world. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that for a minute, and we're gonna go to it.
Yes, sir. This is an introduction. I'm going to introduce you to AO Bands today. We are filming a mini-series, documentary type project, AO Bands. We have a clip that we're going to share with you. It's called The Road to Gold, and it's filmed and directed by Lunchbox, AO Band's producer and videographer and everything else. As far as making the music and making everything visual, Lunchbox is definitely the man. And I'm gonna set you up with an interview with both of them.
You already know.
So the documentary series is called The Road to Gold. And here you go. Check this out.
This your boy Biggwall. We finna go to the documentary. Shout out to AO Bands. Check this out, and we'll be right back to address the culture.
It be like that nigga be rapping with all buggers in this shit.
Blowing on some flowers, nigga, that's right. You can see the pain talking both eyes. Got a few niggas up in no sky.
To the Grammys. Grammys, man. That's the goal. Yeah. To the Grammys, man. That's the key. That's the key. That's every musician's dream, you know, to get into that and into that golden studio, you know. That's what we headed. St. Louis, Missouri, yeah. North Side, Old Pack area, you know, a whole lot of Crip shit. You know what I'm saying? No, man, rough. Like everybody else. I come from the gutter, bro. I come from nothing. You know? Raised in foster care, you know, that type shit. The usual story or whatever. But, you know, I laced them bootstraps up and got to work. That's how this shit go. You know, I don't think about it the same. Like, it's not all hip hop to me. It's not. It's music to me. I'm a musician first. Rap just, you know, happened to catch my heart. March, April, no. Shit, yeah, we finna hit y'all with a lot of heat. I'm gonna start sharing shit like repetitiously though, you know, just one after the other, after the other, after the other. We just been working. I smoke a lot of weed, bro. Like for real, that's my medicine. You know, I smoke a lot of shit. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that shit, but I smoke a lot of weed, man. You know, I got babies and, you know, shit like that keep me humble. You know, grounded, well grounded. That's where I can put it. Even in the dark, man, you know, the next day brings the brightest horizon. Period.
Blowing on some flowers, nigga, that's right.
All right, we back. Dope documentary. Shout out to AO Bands. We got the networking queen in the building. You know what I'm saying? Dope having you coming through the culture. You know, and we just gonna keep it going. Now I know you've been in the game for a long time. You know what I mean? You've been seeing a lot. We're gonna say the least.
Yeah, almost 2 decades.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah,
Not quite.
almost. But who's counting? You know what I mean?
We okay.
Yeah, that's a fact. List some of the challenges that you face as a public relations specialist.
Challenges. I mean, there's a lot of challenges in the music industry, period. In public relations, it's more about keeping up to, you know, in tune with what works, what doesn't work, and not wasting your time on things that you're not sure of.
Yeah.
You always have to go directly to what you know is successful and stick with it. And, you know, if your team is strong, and your immediate circle is strong, you incorporate those people, you know, into your immediate circle, and you can make your whole project work in unison and do it yourself.
Yeah.
And that's really kind of what you know, we're focusing on at this point. You know, the producers make their beats and record the records, the artists write the songs, and you know, get in the booth, and you know, your DJ put that shit out, and it's a win-win situation. You know, you've got your distribution side, it's a whole, it has many moving parts, but it works like a well-oiled machine if everybody stays in their lane and does what they do to the best of their ability, whether it's tagging, if it's tagging flyers on cars, be the best flyer tagger you can be. You know what I mean? As long as you're doing that, you're staying in your lane, this other moving parts over here are doing the same thing. You can't lose. So really that's what we're, you know, what the focus is.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. And that's really keeping your eyes on the prize, man. It sounds like you just at a point where you have gained all this knowledge, all these resources, and they lining up. So you at a point where you ready to use them, you know what I mean, to reach your own personal goals as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I tell everybody I have a lot of very talented friends, and they all do different things.
Yeah.
I just made it my business to learn how to let the whole world know about those people and what they do, and uh, make everybody successful. Because somebody recently, actually, I think it was DJ Domino. He asked me recently what my goal is, and my answer was success.
Yeah.
In the field of work that I chose, it it's basically helping other people to be successful. So as long as my team is successful, I am too, because it's my job to help make them successful.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. That's a dope mind state, man. You know, a lot of people don't have that, especially in the culture. You know what I mean? It's a lot of big eyes and little U's. You know what I mean? So for you to have that mind state to really be willing to shine a light on people that you know that are talent to try to advance their careers, that's dope. You know what I mean? It's few and far between. So shout out to you for that.
I,
When you think back, what was some of the best advice you've ever been given?
always stay at least 3 projects ahead of yourself, because life happens. It's gonna happen regardless. And as long as you're at least 3 projects ahead of yourself, you can fall behind, but visually nobody will ever be able to tell, because the work is already put in, the work is there. So as long as I would say stay consistent and always stay. You drop a project today, you should already be finished with the 2 more ahead of that. You know what I mean? You should
Yeah,
already be the 3rd one ahead of yourself.
yeah, yeah.
And what I do, and the demographics that I work in, and with who I work with, I try to keep everybody motivated. I'm that person sitting on your shoulder saying, "Hey, did you do this? Did you send this email? Did you do this?" I get it, and it's okay. I'm good at it.
Yeah, yeah. But that's
So
dope, you know what I'm saying? Because that's needed, and it also shows that you care. You know what I'm saying? That you actually want to see them succeed, and a lot of people need that. You know what I mean? That's dope. Um, if you could change something about the game, what would you change?
mm, I would change. Um, I would change people's mind frames, uh, in regards to DJs,
Hmm.
because of strictly, a lot of people feel like DJs have lost their value and in their craft, and you can't take away, the power of the DJ,
Yeah. Oh,
and
shit.
I would change that mentality, in the way that the music industry operates, because you know whether it's listening to a DJ on the radio or a live concert with your favorite artist, that DJ is just as big of a part of that show as the artist is.
Yeah.
And I feel like they don't get the shine, or they don't get their flowers in your work,
Yeah.
the way that they should. So that's my answer. I said what I said.
Ah, all right. You know what I'm saying? Talk your shit.
Shout out to all the DJs around the world, because they get it in. They really do.
That's a fact.
They're the life of the party. They set the mood in the environment. When the music is playing, the DJ controls, the vibe. So
That's a fact. He set the tempo. You know what I mean? And that's very important because you can lose a whole crowd. You know what I mean? If you're not playing the right song at the right time, that's a fact. You know what I mean? And DJ, get your music out. You know what I mean? In the clubs, you know what I mean? The whole vibe. The DJ is very important. In the beginning, it was about the DJ. The MC came in later. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, that's a
And
fact.
it shows, like concerts, the DJ is the hype man for the you know, for the artist. He's back there on the mic doing the ad libs while the artist is performing. So like I said, they're just as important as anyone else in the industry in that moving part of the show.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So what we finna do now, we finna take a pause for the cause for our sponsors, the Big Gas Tour. Shout out the Networking Queen. Shout out to DJ Domino. We here to address the culture, and we'll be right back with the Networking Queen. Holla at your boy.
Check out that fire, Gucci, Fendi, Yaya. Counting up this motherfucking money and designer. If we step around, it's guaranteed that you can find it. Everybody running, holding up their lighters. I got that fire, Gucci, Fendi, Yaya. Counting up this motherfucking money and designer. If we step around, it's guaranteed that you can find it. Everybody rolling, holding up their lighters. I got that fire. Pour the drink in my dub cup.
You already know it's your boy Big Wall, and I'm back with the Networking Queen. And we finna get right back in it. That's the Big Gas Tour. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Shout out the whole team. Talk to us a little bit about the Big Gas Tour and what we can expect and what made you want to put that together with DJ Domino.
DJ Domino has been touring for a very long time. He's a national tour DJ, celebrity DJ. He's also an artist. He has a song that he wrote and distributed for DoorDash. It's called Dasher. It's at like 83,000 streams on YouTube right now. He's trying to get that one. So go check it out. Look up Domino Benjamin. The song is called Dasher. But he's been touring for a long time. He's toured with multiple major artists. So, you know, he's done it independently by himself, you know, as far as the Big Gas Tour is concerned up to this point. And he's gotten to a point to where it's gotten, you know, pretty big. And I offered to help him out as far as, you know, touring with, you know, booking the venues and the opening acts. And I'm pretty well known for booking. I've done booking for multiple people in multiple areas. But, you know, if I hadn't done the footwork that I did, you know, previously with the tours that I've already been on, I wouldn't have the knowledge and the know-how or the network. We'll call that hey, you know, that kind of works, except for knowledge starts to decay. But, you know, it's know-how. But you get the point. I'm saying, like, I wouldn't have had the experience to know who to call or, you know, anything as far as touring goes. That's a whole different. People think it's easy. Bullshit. Touring is rough. Touring is hard. They show you all the fun shit, popping bottles, and then they don't show you layovers in the airport. They don't show you hours on the highway, dead ass tired, cities back to back. They show you the good shit because touring is an experience, and I feel like everybody should have an opportunity to do so. But don't go into that shit thinking that it's easy, because Lord knows it's not at all. It is tiring ass work.
It is not. It is not. I definitely know what you're talking about. I've experienced a tour life. Shout out to the homie Pat, Project Pat. You know what I'm saying? Being on that road life, it is not what you think it is, man. You know what I mean? It look good, but it get old.
I mean, it is good, but it's literally work. It's not like you're going to kick it. Like, you go and you might not even have a drink while you're there before you got to leave to go to the next stage somewhere, you know? So shout out to everybody that tours, because it is rough. But like I was saying with Domino, he's done it by himself up to this point, booking the tour, actually DJing the events, performing at his own shows. Like, he's doing it all, and it's rough because, you know, there's a lot of cities involved now. We're, you know, booked in multiple cities at this point and counting.
Yeah.
So I'm here to help. And, you know, since then we added, shout out, address the culture. We added Big Wall to the media platform. He's an official sponsor of the Big Gas Tour. And, you know, we've recently added a product sponsor, you know, and we're just, you know, moving forward with everything, and everybody is excited and actively promoting together and working together, and what I was talking about earlier, staying in their lane and doing what they do to their ability. Everybody is doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, I'm honored to be a part of it. You know what I mean? It's a dope situation, a dope network. The team has been great. Welcoming me to the brand, welcoming me to the fold with the brand has been absolutely amazing. We doing big
And
things.
shout out to Chase Stacks for making that happen.
Shout
That's my
out to the homie Chase Stacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always coming through clutch like Jordan. I call him Jordan James. You know what I mean? Michael James. He Mike and LeBron. You feel me? Shout out to the homie Chase Stacks. So yeah, that's a fact. With all that being said, if you could go back and give younger you some advice, what would you tell yourself?
You have to make a change to see a change, or else you keep the same result. You know, a lot of people, myself, I'm guilty of it. You spend a lot of time consistently trying to do something and getting the same results and not being satisfied with those results, whether it's going to work at your 9 to 5 and you're only making, you know, $10, $15 an hour. You're not looking for another. If you're not satisfied with your paychecks, you're not looking for, you know, alternate work or extra work or a new job that pays more, then you're not doing anything to make a change.
Yeah.
So, or maybe it's picking up more hours at the job that you have. Whatever it is in life, you just don't spend too much time on one thing if you're not happy with the results that you're getting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope. That's dope advice. What low key words to live by and to have longevity in this game. You know what I mean? Because Cliff, you have stood the test of time, and you know not only have you been here for a while, there's no signs of you leaving no time soon. You know what I mean?
I'm here.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's come this far. Just to come this far.
Yeah.
I had, you know, I spent a lot of money in traveling, college. You know, I've done a lot to get to where I am right now and to make myself who I am today. And you know, I appreciate everybody that I've worked with in the industry that has given me the knowledge that I have, or allowed me to be in a position where I experienced something that taught me, you know, a lesson, or you know, everybody has a maximum capacity of knowledge that they can provide to you, and at some point you're going to take that knowledge and apply it to something somewhere else, or to your own craft, and try to capitalize on that. And I've done a lot of that over the years, where I've been able to take knowledge that I've gained and capitalize on it, or apply it to something else that I did. It could be something I learned, you know, 10 years ago. I'm like, hey, I know how to do that, you know, 10 years later. So, you know, keep it moving, and, you know, use your resources, because it really does. It makes a difference.
That's dope. That's dope. That's definitely the way to capitalize, you know, because a lot of people burn a lot of bridges in this game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not easy to go from one situation to another and being able to maintain a certain level in this game. So, you know, like Jay say, show you how to move through a room full of vultures. You know what I mean? And you definitely managed to do that. So with all that being said, what would you like to say to the people, your supporters, the A1s since day ones, the people who always been behind you, holding you up when you want to say, hey, I'm done, I'll quit, I don't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? And they said, no, we need you, and this is a fact. If you know, do your own work, go look, you know what I'm saying? This is a fact. All these people who has championed you and supported you and been in your corner since day one, what message would you like to say to them?
I love you guys, and we're going to keep our feet on all of their necks. And 2020, I'm about to show out. And if you know me personally, and you've known me since day one, and I'm telling you I'm about to show out, y'all know what's coming. Maybe you don't. Maybe you forgot, but I'm about to show you.
That's a fact. That's a
Yes.
fact. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can definitely vouch for that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of flames burning on the stove at the same time. You feel me? So with that being said, we want to do this for them. You know what I mean? We're going to do this for your supporters, the people who have been supporting you, male, female, young, tall, black, white, rich, poor. You know what I mean? We're going to give them something I call rapid fire. We're doing it for the culture. I'm going to hit you with some rapid questions to give your supporters a little bit more insight on who the networking queen is. You down?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. I like the energy. The first question is, the first thing I do or think when I wake up in the morning is?
I gotta go pee. Hey.
Oh, okay. I think that's the first on the culture. She made history. Put that on the scoreboard. The first answer, and that's the realest one. You know what I'm saying? I got to put it on. That's a fact. Okay. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Favorite restaurant?
El Balago in St. Louis.
Okay. Chicken, fish, or steak?
Chicken.
Favorite pair of shoes of all times?
Favorite what?
Favorite pair of shoes of all times?
Favorite pair of shoes of all time?
Yeah.
I wear my Forces consistently.
You wear what?
I wear my Forces consistently.
Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nelly, that St. Louis thing. You know what I'm talking about? Stuffing in the Air Force Ones. You feel me? All right. Okay. If you were stuck on a desert island and could only take 3 albums with you, which albums would you take?
Oh shit. I can't answer that because I don't know. I don't know. You can't do that to me. That's too hard. I'll tell you one I would take with me. I'll tell you one.
Okay.
It's going to be A.L. Band's EP that's about to drop at the end of February, beginning of March. I'm taking that motherfucker. I guarantee you.
All right. Okay. All right. Favorite drink?
Mountain Dew.
Favorite sports team?
The Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals, baseball. I see that shit. I see that shit on your head. Hey, at least it's not a Cubs hat.
Hey,
I mean,
hey, don't get it twisted. It'll be a Cubs hat. Chicago. Don't get it twisted.
This is I know you got a White Sox hat on though.
It'll be a Cubs too. It'll be a Bulls. It'll be a Bears. It'll be a Hawks. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do? It's all Chicago. You feel me?
Shout out to Elemental P. He is the biggest Cubs fan / I'm a fake St. Louis Cardinals hater because I'm from I go to the St. Louis Cardinals games, but I'm a Cubs fan looking ass. No, I love that dude. We talk all shit on social media when baseball's on and the Cubs are playing the Cardinals. Oh man,
It's World War
man,
III.
it's World War X. It's all in good faith, though.
Okay. How many times a day do you think about sex?
10.
30. Looking at
I don't know. I mean, whatever the stuff you say, however many times females and males, that's probably true. Because, you know.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, talk your shit. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
To tell them people are lying to me.
Cut right through the bullshit, huh? Cut right through the bullshit.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna start the sentence, and I want you to finish it for me. Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. My name is the networking queen, and I am a
star in my Nelly movies. Because he just said that on his interview. He said, shout out to Nelly. Man, he really is shit. He can say that shit. He really is.
Say that again.
That Nelly is a star. He can say that.
He really can. That's a fact. Nelly's a superstar. His album went diamond.
Yeah, he's still moving. That boy's getting moved.
That's a fact. I just wouldn't see Nelly.
Lunatics, because they're all making moves. City Spud, Murph, Keywan, all of them making moves.
Yeah.
So shout out to Lunatics.
That's a fact. Shout out to Nelly. Shout out to Lunatics. You already know what it is. So what's next for the networking queen? What you got going on? Talk your shit.
There's a lot going on. Right now, it's really teamwork. Yeah. That's what's going on. And you know, the old saying, teamwork makes the dream work. So I can show you better than I can tell you what I'm about to do. All I can say is if you're not watching, you're asleep. Talk
your shit.
We're going on tour. We're going to be in everybody's city. Your city. Your city. Everybody's watching. Your city too. No, I'm just playing. But for real, we're gonna be everywhere this year. Yeah. And you know, once AO Band's project drops, you know, we're gonna be hitting stages everywhere. Everywhere's opening back up, and I have a problem with sitting still in one place. I work a lot as far as my job goes, but when I'm not working, I'm traveling. So you know, it's a lifestyle, and you can either do it or you can't. There is no in between. So I'm one of those people that do and can and will.
So with all that being said, what you want us to play at the end of this, you know what I'm saying, interview, to let people know what it is, what the networking queen working with, how we finna be moving, you know what I'm saying? Talk your shit, man. What you want us to leave them with?
I would like, since we played AO Band's documentary and introduced who he is and where he comes from, I would like for you to play the video for the song Home, so we can give you an idea of what we're about to do to you guys.
All right.
The music industry it's a big ass puzzle, and it has a lot of pieces, and I'm excited to apply this piece to the puzzle because it's going to be a fun project. But this is AO Band's song called Home. This is the unofficial video filmed by Lunchbox. Enjoy.
Enjoy. Exclusive on Address the Culture. Ayo Benz dropping his hit. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank you for coming to the culture, for giving us your energy. You know what I'm saying? It has been a pleasure talking to you. We're going to have to do this more. We already locked in, you know what I'm saying? Great things in store, man. But again, I want to thank you for coming through and giving us your energy. I really appreciate your time.
I appreciate you having me, and I look forward to, our future endeavors. It's going to be a whole situation, and I look forward to it.
You already know. Hey, like I always say, this is your boy Big Wall, and this is Address the Culture. And your culture makes you who you are, so make sure they respect it. We gonna catch you on the next episode. We out of here.
Joy is the feeling that we have from doing what we are fashioned to do, no matter the outcome. Now, personally, as an actor, I started enjoying my work and literally being more happy when I stopped trying to make the daily labor a means to a certain end.
Just waking up about 2:45. I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Man, my girl's really gonna kill me this time. I think I had a couple cigars, a couple bottles of Jack. Laid my ass right out on my back. Somewhere in between, I must have lost my damn mind. Hey, I used to live a sad life. You don't wanna know. My future's in my headlight, and I know where I'm going. See, this seems like the perfect place for me. Out here on the road. Hey, yeah, all I know is when I jump in my truck, I'm home.
We've all got two wolves in pursuit, a good one and a bad one, and they both want to eat.
Right outside, it's about 100 degrees. AC on, I'm just feeling the breeze. That's when I realized everything was gonna be alright, alright. Couple top of the mornings, couple hot of your dudes. About to put on the show, thought I'd bring you the news. And right before I jumped up on the stage and seen them flashing lights, I remember I used to live a sad life. You don't wanna know. My future's in my headlight, and I know where I'm going. See, this seems like the perfect place for me. Out here on the road. Hey, yeah, all I know is when I jump in my truck, I'm home.
Happiness is an emotional response to an outcome. If I win, I will be happy. If I don't, I won't. It's an if-then, cause and effect, quid pro quo standard that we cannot sustain because we immediately raise it every time we attain it. You see, happiness demands a certain outcome. It is result reliant. And I say if happiness is what you're after, then you're going to be let down frequently and you're going to be unhappy much of your time.
We about to dress the culture. Yeah, we about to dress the culture, huh? We about